Welcome everybody to another day and another episode of Amateur Pool. Grab yourself a drink, a snack. Let's settle in and watch this amateur league match. This one comes from Oakland County Tap League. That's TAP. Don't ask what it stands for, bro. I don't know. I just play. I'm playing a gentleman by the name of Jeff Bernia. He just beat me on the lag. I've known Jeff a while. He's a good dude. And, he can catch fire sometimes and shoot pretty well. As you can see, I have to give him some weight. This is a 3 to 5 race. So I have to go to 5. He's got to go to 3. It is what it is, man. I think it's probably a little too much weight if you ask me, but this is a new league and not everybody's skill levels are set yet. You know what I mean? People are still adjusting because it's their first time ever playing tap. Me personally, I played tap before, so my skill level is a little more accurate than theirs. Oh, most people's anyways. Hopefully they don't keep bumping my camera like that. I saw it shaking, That's me at the table right there, the ugly bald guy, getting ready to shoot. I just made a stripe, I believe, and now I'm going to look at this 14-9 combo. I'm probably going to draw up into the 13-15 because I need to open those up. Yep. Rearranged quite a bit of furniture there. Man, I wish that one wouldn't have fell in the side, whatever that was. It would have been nice to leave it there so I could shoot at it here. Now I'm in a pretty tough spot. I think I've got to try to slice this 13 down table because I don't think the 10 will go anywhere unless I were to play the 10 off of the 1 over here, but that's a dumb shot. That's not a shot you actually go for. It's just one of those shots you see, and maybe if you absolutely have to go for it, you could, but I think in this case I'll slice the 13. Problem is the cue ball is going to be flying here because I don't know. I can't control speed. I've got to hit this pretty hard. It's a thin cut. Cue ball may come back and hit the 15, which could mess me up or it could help me. Never know. If I make the shot. It's a tough shot, of course. Yeah, it's a tough shot. And I wouldn't have had, I would have had a look at this 15, but I wouldn't have been able to shoot it anywhere anyway. So Jeff's going to come back to the table here with a good-looking shot to start with the 2 ball going into the side. He's got to plan this out a little bit, though. I think if he makes the 2 in the side, the cue ball can come up this way, and he could give himself a shot on the 7. From there, I would play the 7 this way and maybe run into the 10 to open his other 2 balls up. He's going for the 6, something completely different. That was a good shot, too. I like that. Now he doesn't, his way is better than mine because now he can roll forward on the 4, and he'll have a shot on the 5 in the side, and that's going to open the 2 up. Only thing is he's got to be careful where he shapes here. Off the 5 ball shot, if he shoots it next, that is. He may not shoot it next, but that's what I see. I see him shooting the 5 next. Because the only other option he would have is to hit it firm and bring the cue ball all the way up here for the 7. And then he's still on that same path I was talking about earlier. I like him just rolling this one in and getting the cue ball right up in here. And then he can shoot this 5 this way, hopefully with a little pinch draw so he doesn't move the 2 too much. The 2 too much. 2-2. The 2-2. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. It's been a lot of fun making YouTube videos over the past 2 years. I've been doing this 2 years, guys. And you guys are awesome. Just want to say that. Take a minute. Instead of asking you to subscribe, I'm just going to tell you thank you, man. You guys have been giving me support. My live streams have been going crazy. If you want to check one of those out, I do it every Wednesday and periodically in between. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. But all the love, man, has been great. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. Now back to the match, man. Enough talking. Good talk. Back to the match. Getting me all distracted. Getting me all sappy. Got me over here. Thank you guys so much. It's a little dramatic, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say. Anyway. All right, Jeff's looking good here, man. I think he shoots if the 2 goes past the 5, he'll shoot that first, but I don't think it does. I think he'll shoot the 5 first. He's got to be careful with shapes. He can draw and to avoid the 8 and then come back up this way. That's really his best bet. Otherwise, he's going to run into the 8, and he's got to be careful the 8 don't go in that pocket. Ooh, he just missed it with follow instead of draw. And I think it worked out for him. He got a little bit of lucky with where he ended up, but I think it worked out. Because if he can't shoot the 1, I think he can definitely make the 2. He's going to go for the 1 first. I think this is a harder shot, though. Yeah, see, I think he could have shot the 2 and just drew the cue ball slightly to stop it there. 2 goes down there, and the 1 was here. He would have had that shot to come up this way. You know, I don't know. My little drawing looks like a seesaw or something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Listen, I've never claimed to be an artist, you know. I'm no artiste. All right, so I've got a wide open table here, and I'm already hitting the ball too hard. I definitely crushed that shot. That's the problem with me when I get what I consider like an easy table. I don't focus on it enough, man, and I make stupid, silly mistakes, and that's exactly what I just did there. Ooh, see, now I got lucky I didn't scratch. See me shaking my head? That's because I was an idiot there, you know? I wasn't an idiot there. I was an idiot on the shot before for hitting it too hard. If I would have hit that shot easier, I would have had a nice, clean shot there, and I wouldn't be sitting here with a bank on the 15. You know, I'm probably going to try to bank this by his 1 ball, and I'm going to do it at like a slower speed probably, because if I don't make the bank, which I probably won't because that's a thin area to go between, then I'm hoping to block that pocket down there so he can't make it. If I do anything other than that, hit me in the head, you know, I deserve it. Yeah, and I said that because I knew I could just tell by the way I was lining up, I was going to hit it harder than I needed to. Again, that's the 2 shots there. The first shot I hit too hard, and that shot I hit too hard. I need to slow down. I get it in my mind when I get on a bar table that I need to hit everything hard, and that's just not true, man. You got to hit things firm. You don't really want to slow roll a bar table much, but you don't have to hit it hard. You just need to hit it firm enough to where the table roll doesn't take the cue ball. So it doesn't, I mean, you can hit it pretty slow still without table roll of having an effect. I don't know why I got it in my mind. I want to hit it so hard. Jeff drew back to kind of a little awkward spot. He's lining up to go in the corner, but I like the side better here. With the side, straight top on the cue ball, does this, bang. If he goes in the corner, it's a way harder shot. He did go in the corner, man, and he did well with the shot. He got unlucky with his shape there. He ran into the 8, and I got lucky. He got unlucky that the 8 just happened to end up where it did, man, because now I've got a good chance of getting back at the table, where before I wouldn't have. I think had he cut that into the side here, oh, I'm moving the camera. Oh, that's a better view anyway. I like it. I like it better this way. Good job, Josh. Good job. Good job, Josh. Previous history, Josh, I guess, you know. I'm present, Josh. That's history, Josh, I guess. If he would have shot that last one in the side, though, and just sent the cue ball up this way, it would have been natural. The cue ball would have came right on that line, and he would have had a good look to shoot the 8. Yeah, I understand maybe he was thinking that if he shot it in the corner, the cue ball naturally came down table towards the 8, but he should have looked at that one a little longer, I think, because the other shot was also a natural shape and with no chance of hitting the cue ball or the 8 ball. He's got a cut here. Let's see if he makes it, man. It's thin. It'll be a good shot. He did make it, but he scratches. Oh, no. Oh, no. I feel so bad my opponent scratched. Just kidding, man. I do feel bad for him, but, you know, obviously I'm playing him, so I'm happy for myself. It's a weird spot. You know, when someone makes a mistake or you get lucky and hook them, you're always like, sorry, but you say it with a smile. You're like, sorry about that, buddy. Gotcha. That's just the way we roll as pool players, man. We feel bad, but not bad enough because we still want to win, you know. All right, am I going to try this in the side? That's a tight cut. I did, and I made it, and I rolled up beautifully for my next shot. So I didn't really like stripes at first here, but that opening shot made stripes great. There's a chance I can get out here. You know, I hate to say that because I always jinx myself, but there's a good chance I get out here, man. Especially with that opening shot's what did it all. Before that opening shot, I would have never expected myself to get out. That was a good stroke there. Okay, and I've got the 10 here, or I can play this combo here. If I play the combo, I have to be real soft with it because I'm not playing the combo. But if I do, I didn't even get a chance to say what I wanted to say, man. And I'm missing. So what happened there is I just took my eye off the shot. I was watching that stun shape because I needed to go right, you know, through that little gap to get where I needed to get. And just didn't look at my shot. You know, I took the shot for granted, focused on the shape only. And that's what happens, man. You miss your shot sometimes when you do that. Horrible play, Josh. Horrible play, you know. You deserve a little dunce cap for that. You know, wear a little dunce cap. All right, man. Jeff should get this game on me, man. If he can figure out the 7 ball, which I think he does right here. You make the 5 and you just roll forward slowly. You know, you just make the 5 with no English on a nice soft hit, and the cue ball rolls forward a couple revolutions, and from here he can shoot the 7 this way. And the path for his shot, if he hits center ball, the cue ball should come straight up into here. But he doesn't have a shot at the 2 because the 9's blocking it. So when he gets to the 7, he could play it off the rail, off the 13 to make it, and that will move the 13 out of the way. And then he could come up for the shot on the 2 ball. Let's see if he does that. He could also just put right spin on this shot and come up and hit these right now and hope for the best. You know, that a lot of times that's what people do at a little bit of a lower skill level. They can see a way to break it out and move it, but they don't know what's going to happen exactly, so they hope for the best. That's what he did. And for him, it turned out great. Look at this. He's got a good shot on that 2 up table, and if he hits it with center ball, stuns it, the cue ball will come this way. If he hits it with a little top, the cue ball goes this way. So the only thing he could do really wrong here was go just the right amount of top to make the cue ball go into that side pocket. That's all he could do wrong on shape, I think. Everything else, he's got to look at the 8 and he's good. Yeah, even draw. Yep, draw was fine choice there. The 8's sitting so deep into the pocket. As long as you have a look at it, you should make it. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of things. Now Jeff's going to take this second rack, man. Jeff's going to take the second rack, and he only needs to go to 3, guys. I need to go to 5. So I still need 4 games, and if he makes this 8 ball, which he will, he's only got to go to 2. So it's a 4-2 race at this point, provided he makes the 8, which, bruh, there it is. Of course he's going to make the 8. Of course he is, you know. Oh, a horse is a horse, of course. Go ahead. Comment down below. What's that from? A horse is a horse, of course. Unless, of course, the horse is the famous... I can't say it because that's the answer. You got to comment it. You got to comment what I was just singing there. If you can even call it singing. I don't know if we call it singing. You know, it's probably not so much singing as it is just reciting, I guess. I think singing requires you to be on a certain key, and I'm tone deaf, so, you know, can't really call what I do singing. Anyway, good chat. Back to the match, guys. Good job, little Timmy. Back to the match. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Am I going to make the 15 with a little draw and line up for the 11? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I like it, but I may choose not to shoot the 11 next because I don't want to break out his 2 and 7, and that's the path. If I make the 11 here, the cue ball is going to break out his balls. I don't want to do that. I do like shooting this 10, but I need to shoot either the 13 or the 11 next. I don't want to come up table, so a little right spin, yes. Right hand spin to slow it down. They call it checking it up off the rail. That way I didn't come up table too high, and I can still shoot the 11 and shoot the 13 next. I like it. I like it a lot, man. All right, so I could make this one with right spin and come back this way, or I can make it with left spin and come up this way. I kind of like shooting it with left spin. I don't know why. I think right spin's probably a better way to play it, because then when you shoot this, you've got an easy way to shape that. I don't know if you can determine all those lines I just drew, but yeah. Okay, I used the left spin, and I get why I did it, because instinctually that was like the easier one. Your cue ball's already wanting to go that way anyway. So what I might do here, instead of shooting this first, I might just shoot this one in the corner with a little bit of a stop, maybe even a slight draw, and then shoot the 14 next. Yep, slight draw, perfect angle. Now when I shoot the 14, I can actually just pinch draw it, either off the rail and back, or just let it drift over into place. Either way. Looking good, looking good. Now, you know, big if I don't miss this 8 ball, I think this is a break and run. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. No, it can't be a break and run because he won the last rack. He broke dry, and I'm going to run. That's what's going on here. That's what's happening here, Josh. Not a break and run, sucker. It was a break and run.
You sure about that?
All right, here we go with the break. I'm up 2-1. I still need 3 more games though, man, and he only needs 2, so he still has the advantage here, and I need to make sure to give him the old people's elbow. You know, I don't want to let him up. I don't want to let him get another game because then he'll be on the hill. He'll be giving me the people's elbow at that point, man. You know? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I said people's elbow. It's a wrestling reference, so I brought out my old Randy Savage, you know. Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm done with that. You know, we're going to move past that horrible impersonation I just did. We're going to move right past it. We're going to pretend like it never happened, basically. All right, I'm going to shoot the 13 into the side, drift forward for the 15, also in the side, but I went too far and rubbed the 2, so now I got the 15 up in the corner, which is fine. I could also choose to come down table and get rid of these 2 first. I like shooting this one up, following here, and then shooting this one next, and then bringing the cue ball over this way to get rid of those 2 at the bottom. I didn't do that. I came over for the 14, which is also fine. I can drift forward here for the 9, and then when I shoot the 9, I can either choose to come up here first, or I can shoot this one first and then get back to the 11. But okay, I went to the 11 first, man. What a weird pattern I chose here. I mean, it's working. It's not a bad pattern, but it's weird. It's weird that I didn't just naturally progress to the next shot. I'm forcing the cue ball, and I don't agree with that usually. I mean, it's working for me here, but normally you want to follow the natural path for shape, and your pattern should be able to follow the natural path as much as possible. I mean, you can't always follow the natural path, but as much as possible. See, I had to hit that so light, and I've got a quite a bit of steep angle on this 9 ball. In order for me to shape the 8, it's going to be tough. I've got a couple options. I can either try to run into it, which I don't like because the 8 could come off the 2 and scratch. I can put just a smidge of right and try to get the cue ball to come up this way, like this. Or I could try to put enough left to avoid hitting the 8. That's the hard one because I'm jacked up over the 5. I came up and bumped it. And I bumped it soft, so it worked out great. I think I was trying to bump the 2 more so than the 8, and I ended up clipping them both a little bit. But it looks like it's worked. I have a shot, albeit not an easy one, you know. I don't know why I say albeit. I like that lately, though. I've been saying albeit, you know, rather than saying like but. Albeit. I don't know. The more you say that word, the weirder that word sounds, you know. It's like roads, roads. Anyway, I missed that shot on the 8 ball. I don't know if you can see the eyes rolling, bro, but it's pretty dramatic because I'm pretty disappointed with myself on missing that shot. I should have put that one in the books. Oh, yeah, brother. You know I should have made that shot. All right, it's enough of my macho man. I might bring it out again later. I don't know. I can't say it's enough because it's fun to do. I like doing it. I met him in person. I met the old macho man and his, I don't know if it was his wrestling wife or whatever, Elizabeth. I met them both. When I was young, I worked at a Murray's Auto Parts store, and they remodeled the store and hired him as a celebrity appearance for the grand reopening. And we got to hang out with him and stuff for the couple hours he was there. And it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. You know, of course I was younger then and I was a big wrestling fan. So, you know, back in the day, I mean, you couldn't have grew up in the 90s and not been a fan of WWF. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, the Ultimate Warrior, Coco Beware. Comment below your favorite wrestler from the 90s, bro. Late 80s into the 90s. Of course, Hulk Hogan is a given, right? You can't say Hulk Hogan because everybody is going to say Hulk Hogan. Tell me your second favorite wrestler from that era, from the WWF, you know? And that was back when wrestling was good. Nowadays, it's basically a soap opera nowadays. They try to do way too much acting, you know? Not enough bleeding from the head and more acting. I mean, what happened to you guys, you know, in the wrestling world? What happened to you? You used to be so cool. I'm gonna stop before I get in trouble. John Cena show up at my house or something. I'm just kidding, bro. Just kidding, John. Just a joke, you know? Just a joke, my friend. All right, man. I am in a spot here. I'm finally going to get back to the match and talk about it a little bit, but I think I'm just trying to hit it here. Yeah, he had me tough, man. I couldn't even like curve around because that was nearly impossible, and I had to try to come off this back rail. Problem is, you want to hit that shot real slow for a chance to get him stuck behind the 8. But if you hit it slow, the left spin you have to use to come off the rail and hit that 8 doesn't take anymore because you hit it too slow. You lost all your spin by the time the cue ball gets there. So you have to hit it a little firm, and that's all I was trying to do there is get an actual hit on the 8. Now Jeff's got an open table. It's his game to lose at this point or win. It's up to him, you know. Ultimately, it's a wide open table. Whether he wins or loses is in the palm of his hand, you know. Literally, because that's where his stick is. It's in the palm of his hand, you know. You know already, bro. All right. Check out my little short rail logo, guys. I put it in a different spot today. Let me know if you like it. I feel like sometimes when it's up here in the corner, it can be a little distracting. So I moved it. Oh, Jeffrey, Jeffrey, bro. That was your shot, man. I like Jeff a lot, guys, so I root for him. It's hard to root for him when I'm the one he's playing, but, you know, I still want to root for him as much as I can and still win the match myself. All right, 3-1. Now we have an even 2-2 race. Oh, and I scratched on the brake. That's no bueno, man. That's what the Spanish call el horrible right there. You know, that was my fault 100% too. It wasn't kicked into the side. It just literally came off the head ball and drifted straight over. How often do you see that, you know? And it's because you don't hit the head ball square like you intend to. You hit it off to the side a little bit. So a lot of times the cue ball starts coming back, and then that little bit of top spin you put on it to keep it in the middle of the table grabs, and the cue ball goes straight over. I don't think that's what's happened here. I think it just kind of trickled straight over, but either way, it was no good. No good. That was a good shot, man. It was a good shot, and I get your vision there with the breakout, but it's hard, man. You don't want to come from behind to break something like that out just for this exact reason. I think you're stuck pretty bad now, man. This is a tough position to be in for you, Bernia. Jeff Bernia. I live streamed during this league match too, guys, the whole night. Well, until my phone battery died, I live streamed. So shout out to the 132,000 people who caught that live stream. It was a lot of fun, man. I'm gonna try to live stream every league night if I can. Obviously, I've got to get permission from the other team too, right? Because they're gonna be on live. They're gonna be on camera, and I got to make sure they're okay with that. So if even one of them says, no, I don't want to be on camera, you know, I can't really live stream from league, but I'd like to do it every week because it's fun, man. And it seems like chat and the viewers had a good time watching it too. So we're going to try to do that. That's on Tuesdays, Tuesday evenings, obviously, for league. So I'm going to try to get some more live streaming done from league night, guys. Either way, I will record videos from league, of course. Been pretty busy lately, though, with my other job, which is, you know, in case you guys didn't know, I'm a real estate agent as well. Oh, that shot was horrible, man. And with it being summertime, a lot of people are buying and selling, as they usually do in the summer. So I've been pretty busy with my other job, too, and haven't been getting as many videos out lately as I want to. So they're starting to back up on me, guys. I'm going to try to get them all caught up and get them out, and I will do it. It's just a matter of how fast, you know, how fast it happens. But if you guys need a real estate agent, if you're in Michigan, hit a brother up, you know. I got them on Facebook. Or you can leave me a comment here, man, and I'll reach out to you. Leave me a comment anywhere. Even if you're not in Michigan, I have a network of real estate agents anywhere in the country, United States, that I can get you hooked up with. So if you guys need real estate help, I'm your guy. You know, there's nobody else. It's just me. Just kidding. There's a lot of people out there. But it'd be a whole lot cooler if you did hit me up, you know. All right, back to the match. Enough of that, guys. Back to the match. I'm going to start with this 10 ball, of course, because it's easy. Probably come over for the 11 next, I would imagine. Yep. Now I'll shoot the 11, probably nice and easy, and just let the cue ball drift over in this area, and then shoot the 15 down here next. Because if I shoot the 15 down there, I can just roll forward a little bit into here and shoot the 10. Okay, I came down this way. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I understand it's easier to just stroke that shot and let the cue ball run. Because if I would have tried to slow the cue ball to here, I would have had to hit this so soft, you know, and it makes the shot harder. It just makes it uncomfortable. Oh, I can't believe I'm missing those shots. This is a valley table with 5-inch pockets, guys. So for me to miss that shot on this table, on my pool table, my diamond, that would have been off by like 2 states. You know what I mean? It wasn't even a threat, and I would have jumped the ball off the table with that shot. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it sounded funny at the time, I guess. Now that I said it, it wasn't very funny, you know? It just wasn't that funny, Josh. Did I even get me a non-sponsored drink for this segment yet? No, I didn't, but here it is, guys. You know, non-sponsored. Need me a power-up, though. This match is getting intense, you know? It's no longer in houses, it's intense. Stupid. I know, dad joke, bro. Stupid. I can't help it, though, man. I can't help being silly. That's just my nature, man. I'm a silly guy, you know? I'm a silly guy till I'm not. Then look out. He's looking at a bank shot here, maybe. I think he's looking at a bank, or is he going to try to safe me? I feel like he could shoot the 6. He's going for the bank, and he made it too. Nice shot. Sometimes you just feel it, you know? Right shot or not, sometimes you say, I can make this bank, and you shoot the bank, even if you have other options, man. And it usually pays to listen to that instinct, right? Because if you feel like you're going to make the shot, you're probably going to make the shot. It's weird how that works too, man. But you start second guessing yourself and thinking about it, don't shoot the shot because you're probably going to miss it, you know? But if you feel confident in the shot, you look at it right away, you're like, that's my shot, I can see it, I'm going to make it, shoot it. Even if it's not the right shot. That's what I always say anyway, you know? But who am I? Nobody. Just lowly amateur trying to bring some entertainment to you guys. That's it. Watch a little pool, you know, some billiards. And I like playing a lot of billiards, you know, pocket pool, pocket billiards. Family channel, guys. You already know I'm joking around. I'm joking around. The old pocket pool. Oh, boy. I'm in rare form today, guys. I feel chill. You know, just relaxing. Figure I'd come down and check this video out. He's kicking at this one. Made a good hit. Made a pretty okay hit. My 9-ball. Okay, so I remember this, guys. There's a little bit of discrepancy coming up here in a second. Take a look at where my 9-ball and 8-ball are at right now. There is space between them. And I moved the 9. You see there was space because when I moved the 9, it rolled. I was going to put it back, but that's not the way you do it, so I had him do it. And then you see he shouldn't touch the 8 at all because the 8 didn't move. And he put the 9 and the 8 together. Now they're together. And I'm telling him, I'm telling right now, I'm saying, well, you know, there was a gap there before because I looked and my 9-ball went here and now it doesn't. And he says, no, I don't think there was a gap. So at that point, I'm not arguing. The only thing I said to him after that was, well, it was my own fault for hitting it. So I get it. That's it. And that's how you should do it. I mean, it's his prerogative to move it back where he thought it came from. And since he thought it was frozen, that's where he moved it back to. Now it's an unmakeable shot for me, which really gets me. You know what I mean? But I can't argue and can't be mad about it. It was my own fault. You know, I'm the one who hit the 9-ball with my stick, not him. Not him. It's my own fault, man. See, but I was out, too, because I could have made this shot, and I could have followed the cue ball up off here to back over in this area and then shot the 9, but now I can't do that. I may opt to bank the 9 right now, or maybe just play a safety. If I hit the 9 this way and just stop the cue ball right here, I don't think he'll be able to really shoot the 2, and the cut on the 5 up table is going to be real tough. So I may want to play a safety here, actually. I think that's what I'm doing, unless I'm going for the bank. No, I did play the safety, and I played it well too, man. I didn't leave him back far enough to where the cut on the 5 was easier, and I didn't bring him up far enough to where he has a look at the 2. So I stopped him dead on the 8. It's probably the best position I could have gotten him in right there. Now it's tough. And the 9 ball blocked the cut on the 5 anyway. Let's see. I don't know if it fully blocked it, but let's see. He's going to go for it. He did go for it. Yeah, it was tough, man. You know, I like to say the ball never lies, you know. That's what I like to say. And I feel like the scratch there may have just been a little mojo coming back as a result of where he put that 9 ball. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying it is, but that could be. That's the way I like to think about it anyway, you know. Jeff, bro, I don't want to hear it. Just, I'm joking, guys. Jeff is my friend. And it did perturb me a little bit. That's a big word for a gentleman such as myself. But it did perturb me when he froze those up because I know 100% they were not frozen beforehand because I looked at that as part of my run out. So it perturbed me a little bit when he moved it back. Do I think Jeff purposely was trying to get me? Absolutely not. Jeff's a good guy. I think what happened where he was sitting over there, he's sitting that direction, about 6 feet back from the table. I think from where he was sitting, he thought to himself, because the 9 and the 8 were close, he thought to himself, oh, that 9 ball could be my saving grace. I don't think it goes. But he never got up and looked at it. It absolutely went that way. So when he had an opportunity to move it back, in his mind, it didn't go. So he moved it back to a position where it didn't go. And even after I told him that it would go, that's where he maybe should have thought about it because he knows me well enough to know I'm not going to try to cheat him. And I don't think he would try to cheat me. So when I told him flat out, hey, you didn't put that in the right spot, it did go before, maybe he should have said to himself, you know, it's probably right. But that's not the way it went down, guys. And like I said, I'm not mad at him for it. I'm mad at myself for hitting that ball to begin with. Hey, that's enough about that, man. That's enough about the drama. You know, the drama. The drama. You know? I don't know why I did that, guys. I felt pretty dumb doing it, but I did it anyway, you know? You know, I did it anyway. All right, so Jeff's looking at a shot on the 2 ball, which is a pretty good shot, pretty easy shot. And if he plays it with follow, his cue ball pass should come here and then back up this way, and he'll have a good look at the 5. I think he gets out here, in my opinion. I don't remember, you know, but I think he gets out here. Oh, just kidding. Hey, remember when I said I think he gets out? I was just kidding. You know, it was just a joke. I got you. April Fools. April Fools in July. You know. All right. So he left me, a bank shot? That's it? Yeah. I mean, that's the only shot, right? Yeah, I called it. Bang. I got to bank it in. I can't use top left because top left will come over towards this too. So I need to use straight left and come up. Well, this way. I don't know why I got that little squiggly in there, but I did. I am putting top. This is going to turn out. Ooh. Yeah, the only reason I didn't hit the 2 there is because I didn't cut the 9 ball right. I overcut the 9. So I hit the 9 thinner than I needed to, and that's why I didn't hit the 2. If I would have banked that 9 in with top right, the cue ball would have hit that 2 ball, and I'd have been in trouble, you know. But I'm still in trouble because I missed both. I missed the shot. Wasn't even in a very good shape to begin with. I don't know what the heck I was thinking there. I said heck. You know it's a family channel already. We don't say those bad words around here. But don't come to the live stream thinking it's a family channel over there because live stream, it's a little bit of a different animal. You know what I'm saying? I got friends over. We're hanging out. Sometimes we're having a beverage or two, you know. So you're going to hear some non-family friendly things on the live stream. It's just facts. It's the way it is. It's like Jerry Springer show up in there. Not quite. Not quite to that extent. Oh, he tried to safe me and he hit it too hard. Left me beautiful. I think he was trying to get the cue ball right here, and then the 5 ball blocked the shot up table. I think that's what he was trying to do. Obviously, it didn't work out that way. Now I got a pretty easy shot, and I think I can just draw back over into here. Unless I go around the world Yeah, I went up and down on it. Man, I don't like that idea. Look how I went too far, and I got this thin cut. I already missed a cut like this earlier in the match. I think it was like the second game or something. I missed a cut like this. Now here I am shooting another one. You know, after I get my pocket marker, I got to mark the pocket. You know, that's a must. That's a must in Tap League. You got to mark the pocket. Tony was hiding the pocket. Did you see Tony bring it over? He was hiding it from me on the other table, our pocket marker. I'm going to search for my chicken wing pocket marker, and I'm going to start using it as soon as I find it and pull it out. In case you don't know, the chicken wing, it's a plastic chicken wing, but it looks real on camera. And I used that as my pocket marker when I played in the APA finals back in, what was that, 2022 maybe? I can't remember now, but I think it was 22. I played in the finals on the TV table, and I used a chicken wing as a pocket marker. And I made that bank. Am I going to scratch? No, I'm not. Your boy's on the hill. 4-1. Okay. That was a crucial game because if Jeff won, he would be on the hill. And if I won, I'll be on the hill. You know? Crucial game. That's how it works. The winner gets an extra game. That's how it works. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Shouldn't be allowed to have this much fun, you know, while working. I guess this is technically considered work for me. It doesn't feel like work, you know, it feels like hanging out and fun. That's why I like it. That's why I like doing it, though. All right, I took solids. Am I going to try to run out here? The run out is completely feasible. I don't see anything that requires too much effort, to be honest. I just got to make sure I play shape right and stay disciplined on my stroke and focus so I don't miss easy shots. Shoot the 6 up there maybe, or I could shoot the 7 here first. If I shoot the 7, I want to draw and just draw into the 6 slightly. Okay, I'm shooting the 6 first. I like this. I gotta be careful with the 7. That's why I went forward. I used forward with right spin. So, guys, if this is the cue ball, I hit that one right about here. It's about where I hit that one. Top with right. The top went forward, and then the right kept the ball from coming up this way and spiked it back out that way. That was that shot. Now you know. And no one's half the battle. You know, G.I. Joe. Real American hero. Merc. You know it's silly when the random stuff I say makes my own self laugh sometimes. Like, I don't even, like sometimes I say stuff and I don't even know why I said it or where it came from or how I even come up with it. I just say something random and dumb. And then I laugh to myself thinking, why would I even say that? You know? Weird guy, man. That's what goes on in my head right there. Now you guys know. Now you know what happens in my head. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you, table roll. That ball looked like it was heading this way, and then it kind of straightened out. I think that might have been a slight little bit of table roll there, helping me out. All right, yeah, shoot the 7 first, Josh. Nice and easy over here. Leave the cue ball here. And then you got the 2 down here with a little bottom to drift out this way for the 8. Good speed there. Good speed. Just barely pocket speed. So there's 2 ways to play this. I can use draw, which is the right way. That's the professional way, the right way. Use draw and come back this way. It's the way I like it. You might even want to draw into the 15. The other way is top right. The problem with this one is you're crossing your line, right? Right there's your line. Here's your shot line. And you don't want to cross it. You want to come more into it. See, I overhit it. Dang it, man. I had all this space in here. I could have shaped that ball, and I overhit it. You big dummy. You know? You big dummy, Josh. History, Josh. That's history, Josh. Not current Josh. Not present Josh. Present Josh is no dummy. Well, yeah, I am sometimes. But history Josh was a big dummy on that last shot, man. You big dummy. All right, look. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try to kick right between them, come off the rail, and hit the 8 into that side pocket. Chances? Next to 0. Ooh, but a valiant effort, good sir. I do declare that effort was quite valiant, my good sir. I don't know. There's one of them times I just laugh at myself, you know, like, what am I doing? I'm not laughing with myself. I'm laughing at myself. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about, Josh? Ooh, Jeff, you poked at that one a little bit. It was an easy shot. Of course, you're not going to miss it, but rewind the tape, watch it back. You poked that stroke. You just went real quick. Let's see if he pokes this one. Watch the end of his cue, see if he pulls it back after his shot. Yep. You see how you're pulling your cue stick back, Jeff? You're poking at him. Listen, I've done that my entire life, and I still do that a lot, but I have been working on that lately, and I'm doing it a lot less, and I'm telling you, it makes my shot making 100 times better. So Jeff, if you watch this, which I think you do, I think you watch my videos, I'm not 100% certain, but if you watch this one, notice that your stick, you're pulling back on your stick almost every shot. Try following through and just leave your stick out there. Don't pull back on it, man. Follow through. It's going to feel awkward. You're going to have to practice doing it a lot, but it's going to help you. Well, let's see if he pulls back on this shot. Yep. He's pulling back. I know the feeling because I do it every time. Oh, and he hooked me. You're quite the hooker, Jeff. You know, I didn't know you was a hooker. Shoot. That was a pretty good hook shot. Yeah, I can't really hit it this way. I mean, I could maybe clip it this way, but there's a good chance I could hit it here and scratch. Okay, so I'm looking at 2 rails, I think. About there, and then back up at the ball. I'm marking it here, so that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go 2 rails, come off this rail, and hit that 8 ball and make that mother trucker, you know? It's a trucker that had a baby, so it's a mother trucker. That's what it is, guys. You know, I didn't make it up. That's what happened. I don't know. Okay, so I had to go deal with something over there. I am captain of our team, and it's a new league, so a lot of people don't know how to keep score. A lot of people don't know the ins and outs of the league yet, and me being captain, a lot of times I have to, during my gameplay, help people out, either on my team or the other team, you know. It's tough sometimes, you know, it's hard work. Hard work playing pool. Can't believe I was just going to say that with a straight face, man. Little Timmy, you already know. Playing pool is hard work, but it's fun, man. All right, here goes the 2-rail kick. Let's see what the chances are. Oh, I made a good hit, and it went the right way. Hey, that's a win for me, you know. And look at the leave, man. So I don't know if he can cut that down there. Now, it looks like he probably can, and it definitely goes this way. Problem is, neither one of those shots are super comfortable, especially if you're a little bit of a lower skill level player or not, even higher skill level players. Neither of these shots are shots you really want to be shooting, but, you know, that said, they're the shots you have, so focus on it and make it like that. Well done, Jeff. All right, Jeff's going to make this 15 in the side, and it looks like he's going to make the 8, and it looks like we're going to go hill, you know? Hill, yeah. I said hill. Yeah, bro, you know it's a family channel. You already know. Oh, no. Oh, no, Jeff. Oh, what you done did. What you done did there, you know? All right, so I cut that. He had a timeout there, guys. He didn't get up to shoot this fast. He had a timeout. He took a long time to do it, as he should, and I just cut that out so we didn't have to watch it, guys. But this is going to be it for your match right there. He didn't even make me shoot it. He gave it to me. I appreciate him. Jeff, it's always fun playing you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Your stroke's looking good, but try to follow through instead of pulling it back, and I think you'll be surprised with those results if you practice that a bit. Everybody out there, thank you guys so much for watching, man. I appreciate you, and instead of adding an end screen, I'm going to play you a short rail commercial, guys. You know, put it at the end. That way, if you don't want to watch it, you can click off. But if you do want a short rail, links in the description. If you want a carbon fiber cue that ain't gonna break the bank, check out ravenq.com and use discount code Josh for an additional 10% off, boys and girls. I know there's a couple of you out there, you know. All right, that's it for me. We'll catch everybody later. Peace. Ever wish you could play like Efren Reyes? If you buy our new line of short rail merchandise, I can guarantee you'll play as good as Efren Reyes. I'm sorry, I was just informed I can't say that. I can guarantee you will not play as good as Efren Reyes. You'll still suck, but you'll look good doing it.